Yeah, so I'm John Fleck. I'm a faculty member in the Department of Economics at the University of New Mexico and director of the University of New Mexico Water Resources Program. And I've worked on water issues for many years.
Hello, my name is Jaelyn DeMaria, and I am an instructor of journalism here at the University of New Mexico in the Communication and Journalism Department.
I was always really admired and was drawn to smart adults, people who were smart, people who used their smarts in the world. And like teachers are that, right? Because they seem so smart to us, right? We're kids, they're in our classrooms and they're teaching all these things. They know all these things. And I was just drawn to the idea of the smartness of their adult lives and the ability to then know things and use that knowledge to help other people. So that was, the biggest thing that I was drawn to. And then also, teachers are super kind. There's this kindness about teachers, especially when you're a little kid. This generous teacher spending all day with you, teaching you things, is a really generous act. And so that both that smartness and the generosity of them.
I guess when I was 12, maybe age had a lot to do with it. I remember thinking that someone who was 40 years old, well, that was an adult for sure, and that was someone who was definitely in the category. And now that I'm approaching that age, not there yet, but approaching that age, I question, is that adulthood? And really, I've come to realize that the reality is that age really doesn't have a lot to do with being an adult, but enacting adult actions has more to do with what truly being an adult is.
Okay, so I'm 58 years old. And there is still a thing, there's a joke in our family when I have to go out into the world as an adult that I'm putting on grown-up clothes, like, the nice, and so I'll have a nice pair of slacks and a nice shirt, and I'm not very fashion conscious. So my wife, is this okay? Is this good grown-up clothes? So there's still this sense of, not quite adulthood yet.
I don't know if I consider myself an adult now. It depends on the definition, I guess. I guess if I use my own definition, I do try to take responsibility for others and have concern for my community and everyone else who lives around me, is connected to me all the way around the globe. I think that connection expands to every part of the world, and being responsible in that sense. So yeah, I think that I strive to meet my own definition of what it is to be an adult in my own eyes. But I guess if I could have that conversation with my 12-year-old self, I would talk to myself about something like that, about learning that we can get through adversity. Because I think if you haven't encountered a lot of struggle, and I guess I hadn't encountered a lot of struggle as a 12-year-old, then I didn't really know how to face it, and so I had to learn those things. And that might be part of what it's like to be an adult, is to learn how to deal with the challenges that come up, and realize that there are things that we can overcome and that we can move past.
What I would tell my childhood self, because I was pretty angsty, we're all angsty as teenagers. I would tell my childhood self, it's going to be fun, and the key thing is to have fun with it. That's, I think, the most important thing. Have fun with it. Life's meant to be fun. Do that.